Why don't you go tell it on the mountain? Hey, it's Shawnee in the back with an episode of Shawnee's Lab, and today I wanted to come here and talk about the whole border issue, control, whatever. So apparently the government was out here whipping, Haitian immigrants, and sending them back to where they came. They said there is no lanes, and we would send you motherfuckers back. So once you came. Now, I have a specific issue with this because, of course, these are black, people that, they're, treating as if they were slaves, whipping and basically, just, sending, deporting people back. But however, didn't black Americans warn y'all about this? Didn't we say, oh, hey, don't be on their side. Oh, hey, vote with us. Oh, hey, stick with us. Oh, hey, we need to be united front. Didn't we say that? It was y'all who forced us to, vote, on our own. It's y'all forced us to turn the blind eye, and what's kind of upsetting, there are all of these Haitian and specifically immigrant blacks that are sitting in high positions right now, or have been, accoladed and nominated and all of these great things, over the past year or two, and none of them has said nothing. Kamala Harris, who's an immigrant, who is now the vice president, has said nothing, all of your your Roland Martins, haven't said anything. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is out crying. Are y'all waiting for black Americans to do something? I'm sorry, I don't want to sound crass, or I don't want to sound, harsh, but we warned y'all against this. We warned y'all about this. We told y'all, that they don't care about black immigrants. They will use y'all, for what y'all are worth, and then they will send you the fuck back home. They cannot do that to an original black American, to an OG. You cannot. There is nowhere you can send us. This is our home, bitch. That is a difference between us and y'all that we kept trying to tell y'all. There is a big difference in culture, ethnicity. Hear me out. Ethnicity, not race. There is a big difference in culture and ethnicity when it comes to a black American or an indigenous American, however you would see yourself, and a foreign black. There are big differences, and that's why I don't believe in the we are all black umbrella term. Now, getting into the, them being, whipped and mistreated and deported, I think that it's sad, it was unnecessary. They could have found a better way to remove those people or send them back home, whatever they wanted to do. They could have definitely given people the opportunity to gain citizenship. Like, if these were Mexicans, or, Indians or, anything of that nature, any other small group minority, they wouldn't have treated them or done to them, what they did, to the Haitians, which is unfortunate. However, where is your people? Like, how come nobody is sticking up for you? Or where are your people? They have so much to say when it comes to black Americans and what we got going on and what we're doing. And y'all supposed to be so tough because of Haitian Revolution and da-da-da-da-da and ba-da-ba-da-ba. So honestly, in my opinion, going home shouldn't be that bad for y'all, right? I understand Haiti has a lot of problems. There's a lot of the earthquakes, there's a lot of, funneling, stealing of, the funds, the mistreatment of the people. However, we as black Americans, we go through the same thing over here in America, and this is why this past election, and let's get one thing straight. This all happened after Trump. Like, you would think that this would have happened while Trump was in office, which, people love, to, post blame or give him flack or shit for shit he didn't even do. This happened under y'all great, I care about everyone president. What you doing, Biden? What you doing? What you doing, Kamala? What you doing? Why, Kamala, you were so down, you were so here for the people. Why are you allowing, them to mistreat and harm the Haitians in such a way? It's like I said, I don't want to sound crass, and nor do I take no enjoyment within this. I'm actually very sad. I have Haitian friends, This ring right here was actually given to me by, one of my good Haitian friends, so like I said, it's, and this is why I'm speaking about it, because, he was talking to me about it, and he was like, man, it's kind of fucked up. He was like, I kind of understand now. When he was talking all of that, black America shit, he was like, I get that shit now. He was like, nah, I understand. He was like, they really just rounding them up and sending the fuck back home. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we was trying to tell y'all. When we kept trying to tell y'all, stick with us, vote for us, we wasn't just saying that, just because of our, sad agenda. We knew and we seen for firsthand and over generations and heard the stories and have the proof of they do not care about you. They do not care about you. They used y'all, for your numerical number, to get what they wanted to get done, and then they dropped y'all like a bad habit. And, all other minorities and other cultures who, are not born here or foreign to this land, you ought to be careful too, because they can do the same exact things they've done to the Haitians to you. If you are not an American-born citizen, if you do not have lineage here, you can be sent back to where you belong. They will consider you a non-American, which technically you are. You know, if your parents were not born here and you yourself are not born here, you are not American. That's point blank period. You have, you know, no ties, no nothing to this land. But I think it is an unfortunate, you know, that there's a replayment of, you know, old enslaving time, you know, ways and methods, you know, and how they treat people. Like, there was no reason for them to treat them like that. You know, I feel like, you know, that was really, really fucked up. You know, let me know what you guys think about in the comment section. You know, how do you feel, you know, about them, you know, just rounding up the Haitians? How do you feel about, you know, none of, you know, the people set in high places of Haitian descent, you know, the first immigrants, generations, you know, how come, you know, no one is taking up? Why is no one, you know, leading the torch for this? Like, y'all should be really, really rubbed up and upset. Why is that? Are you waiting for Black Americans to start the torch? Because we're not going to do it. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Just like, you know, when we wanted things done and we needed help, and, you know, and like y'all said, it had nothing to do with y'all, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, but I guess a lot of Black Americans probably feel just the same as, you know, as y'all did. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all, you know, but I do, you know, I hope that no one was harmed, you know, I hope that no children were separated or displaced or missed, you know, from their families, you know. I do hope that the FBI or, you know, someone steps in, you know, to kind of figure out, you know, exactly what happened with that, because the way it was seen and portrayed and the way we viewed it, it does not make America look good, you know, not as a country, not as citizens, not as a people. You know, honestly, we look terrible. We should be ashamed of ourselves. You know, you don't want to be the country, you know, that does that to, you know, not only its citizens, but its non-citizens. Like, it just wasn't uncalled for. So, you know, I hope that something is rectified and something is done and that, you know, these families, you know, get their just due.